Greetings viewers, EricTheCarGuy, and thank you for tuning in today. Today I'm working on my 2008 Acura TL, and the HandsFreeLink, or the connection to your phone, does not work in this car. It's actually, in my experience, kind of a common problem with these vehicles, and it's almost always the HandsFreeLink assembly, which I'm going to go ahead and replace in this video. Another thing that this can also cause is a parasitic drain on your battery. So if you park your car overnight and you notice the next morning your battery is weak or possibly it won't start, there's a real possibility. One of my prime suspects in that instance is to go looking at this HandsFreeLink. They're kind of famous for doing that kind of thing. So anyway, let's get a look at how HandsFree is supposed to work, and we'll do the replacement on this 2008 Acura TL. Here's where the HandsFreeLink is located on these cars. So down here in the lower left of the steering wheel, you hold this down and it's supposed to activate the hands-free. On mine it doesn't, and then this is when you hang up. So if you want to call or activate the system, there are some other functions. I was hoping that this system would connect to the music on my phone. It does not. It's only there for making calls on this vehicle. But turn the ignition on, I'll show you what's going on. So the ignition on, I should be able to hold this button down and it will ask for a command or something. So I'm getting nothing. Like absolutely nothing happens when I push either of these buttons. There should be something happening when holding this down. It should ask main menu, something like that. So I'm going to remove the assembly now. I'll show you how to remove it, and we'll see if we can figure out what's going on. HandsFreeLink assembly is located here. It's actually the outer plastic piece. This black part in the middle is what we need to remove in order to access the fasteners that hold it into place. But HandsFreeLink is actually located right up under here. And in order to get this to come down, now I'm doing this on my $200 car because I don't really care all that much about it, but you might consider using a plastic trim tool. I'm using a pocket screwdriver to come up in here and pry this down. So once that's pried down, there's a couple of electrical connections you need to disconnect. I'll show you here. All right, there's two electrical connections. There's this one for the lights. Wow, that came up easy. Or actually, no, that's not for the lights. That's for the home link. And then this other one is for the lights and everything else. Just push down, there's a little plastic tab here, and that will disconnect it. With that assembly out of the way, you have access to the 4 fasteners. There's one located here. These are all 8mm. There's one located here, one here, and one here. Remove those 4 fasteners to get the assembly to come down. Like I said, these are 8mm. Oh, well, this explains why it wasn't working. This is the plug for the hands-free. It's supposed to plug in, so here's the hands-free assembly here. It's supposed to plug in there, but it's not plugged in. Dollars to donuts, I would say that this had that battery drain problem and somebody just unplugged this for the fix, because that way you can keep all the plastic trim and everything in there. And let's face it, having the hands-free isn't necessary for driving. I realize that in some states it's mandatory that you use it, but anyway, so this is encouraging. So we'll install the new unit, new remanufactured unit, and see if it fixes the problem. This is my replacement part. Now these part numbers will vary because they are color coded. This was remanufactured. I'll link this down in the description. Now they asked me for my VIN so that they could get this color correct. I wasn't as concerned about it because really you can go to a salvage yard and get one of these, but once again the failure rate of these things is kind of high. But you can remove this from here with the right tool, but they usually come assembled like this and makes it rather difficult. So they're usually color coded to the inside of the vehicle. But anyway, this is the replacement part that I got that we'll install now. All right, well, I'll take the new unit, and as I said, this plug is the one that goes into the side here. Plug that in and position it so that we can install our fasteners. And get our light / hands-free assembly. Don't forget the plug on the side. And then there's There's the green plug that goes in the front. And then this just clips back up into place. Just position it, push it back up in, and you're good. Now let's see what happens when it activates.
The system is locked. What is the 4-digit passcode?
Sweet. Okay. Now, I'll admit I put a passcode on mine, and I'm not going to go through the process of pairing it up now, but now everything works as intended. So, job done. Sorry this one was short and sweet, but it really is that simple and that straightforward. Like I said, if you're having a battery drain issue, what I would recommend is you pop that out of there and unplug it and see if that battery drain problem goes away. If it does, you found your problem. And for me, it was quite simple to see that my hands-free wasn't even connected. Hence the reason it wasn't working. But it does work now. I'm not going to go through the process of pairing and everything. You can find that information in your owner's manual or online. I'll see if I can dig up a link for you down in the description, which is what I'll do with the part that I used in the place that I got that. Once again, you'll need to have your VIN ready because they'll want to know the color code of the interior of the vehicle so they can give you the proper one. Real quick before I forget, there is a core on that part, a $50 charge that you pay initially up front until you mail back your old part. So be sure to keep that in mind, that you need to mail back your old part in order to get that $50 credit. If you have automotive questions not covered in this video, I ask that you head to EricTheCarGuy.com, also linked down in the description. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video with the world. Appreciate it when you do that stuff. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. I will see you next time.